Tatyova, Benthic Druid versus the Scarab God. That hand is no good. We'll have to throw that away. Hope that we get into a couple of lands that we can make use of. A turn 1 Sol Ring into Azusa might see a scoop from our opponent, but there's actually not a whole lot going on in that hand. We'll have to keep it because it is a couple of lands. There's another land that we will draw into next turn. Yeah, we're just going to have to go for it. So it is, yeah, a forest into Sol Ring. And then next turn it is Azusa. And we'll be able to play an additional land. And then there's not a whole lot we've got going on. We can get into Tatyova the turn after. And hope that it doesn't die to our opponent's double black. Sakura Tribelder is also good. We can actually play Sakura Tribelder, can't we? So why don't we go 3 mana into Azusa, play our additional land, and then go for the Sakura Tribelder. We won't kill it until Tatyova comes in next turn. We'll go 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we can go into our commander here. And then we can sack Sakura Tribelder. We'll grab ourselves a forest. Not a forest, an island. We already have a forest in play. And then that will give us a draw with Tatyova when our library decides to load up. And we'll see what we get into here. Every time a land comes into play with Tatyova, we draw a card and gain a life. And it looks like we are, yeah, we're off to the races now. If we keep drawing into lands, all the better, because that Azusa is really going to help us. It's already done work for us. Ripping 2 lands off the top allows us to draw a couple more cards. And we have Pongify in hand if we're worried about anything our opponent's going to do. Tragic Lesson is draw 2 cards and then discard a card unless you return a land to your hand. Which we might go for next turn because it gives us another land drop. This thing can swing in, I'm not worried about that. We can Pongify it if it starts to do too much damage to us. They're offering up a trade for some reason, so we're not going to take them up on that. Okay, so let's see what we rip into here, see if it's another land to get us some card draw. It certainly is, so we'll go for that straight away. And Birds of Paradise is just more mana that we don't necessarily need. So we'll go for the Tragic Lesson. And we will return a land to our hand. Hopefully we're going to get the chance to tap for mana. We don't, so I should have tapped that for mana before playing it out. And I think that's all our land drops for the turn. Now we can get into... We might just be playing into a board wipe if I go for the Elder Dragon. So instead we'll go for Wood Elves. That will be yet another land drop for us. Yeah, risky hand to start with, but we've gone pretty hard on our opponent with Tatyova. Another card draw for us, thanks to the Wood Elves. And I think we just go for Jace the Mind Sculptor here and hope that our opponent doesn't scoop. I imagine they might do. Yeah, probably shuffle away at the first chance we get. Shuffle away the Crush of Tentacles. So we'll see what we can get into here. Don't know if we really need the Birds of Paradise now either. And the Prophet of Kruphix is really good, so we'll go for that. And yeah, we can hold up the Pongify this way. Going at our opponent, we can block with the Wood Elves to protect Jace if we want to. And while our opponent is playing out their turn, props to our opponent for playing it out this long, by the way. This has been a pretty unfair start from us. The Scarab God is 5 mana for a 5/5. For 4 mana, you can exile a creature from your graveyard. Oh no, it's from a graveyard. And create a token copy of it that is a 4/4 black zombie. When it dies, return it to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. And at the beginning of your upkeep, each opponent loses X life and you scry X, where X is the number of zombies you control. We of course draw into that Crush of Tentacles. We'll brainstorm with Jace again and see if we can get a fetch off the top. We do want to shuffle some things away here. Okay, Nissa Vital Force is really good for us. We'll go for those things again and get ourselves into a Nissa Vital Force. That'll be even more card draw for us once we get the ultimate off on her. So let's untap the Forest. We'll turn that into a 5/5, and then next turn we can get her emblem. And that will be effectively landfall. You may draw a card. And then Prophet of Kruphix is pretty obvious play to make. And then we just go in for the Forest. We know what we're drawing into, but it at least clears them off the top. And we'll go for the Glacial Chasm, which we will just end up sacrificing next turn. Yep, we'll sacrifice the Glacial Chasm this turn actually, so we don't go down a mana. Don't think we're going to need Glacial Chasm somehow. Okay, and then why don't we swing in at our opponent. Worst case scenario, if they do something tricksy, we can Pongify something. Well, I don't see that they're going to do a whole lot with 3 mana. They might Toxic Deluge next turn, but that would wipe their board as well, and we have more than enough mana to regroup now. Like I say, this has been a pretty unfair advantage from us. We just drew into the right cards at the right time, got into Sol Ring, into Azusa, and apparently the game was won from there. So yeah, little one-sided game. If I upload this, it'll be part of some... it'll be a little bit of bonus content, I imagine, just to show you what Tatyova can do. Yeah, you may have already seen the real Tatyova game for today. I don't know what order I'm going to release everything in, but hope you enjoyed it anyway. That is Tatyova, Benthic Druid, and I will see all of you in the next one. Thank you for watching.